When you put your focus outside of yourself, you instantly become more secure. And the moment you become insecure, it's because you are not focusing on what's really important here. And that's a good question to ask yourself. What's really important here? So when you are feeling insecure, whether that's on a date, whether that's in front of your boss, whether it's when you're about to perform a task, just think to yourself, what's the most important thing? How to beat insecurity. Hi guys, my name is Christine Loveridge and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about how to beat insecurity. Now, insecurity is something that I have struggled with for a long time. There are still situations in my life where I feel very insecure. So for example, I imagine if I ever had to get on stage and talk, I would feel very insecure in that moment because that's something I haven't done that much. Some days I feel a little bit off and I even feel insecure in front of the camera. It happens to the best of us. It happens to all of us. So even the people that you really admire and even the people who you think are really, really confident still have moments of insecurity. So don't feel bad if you are one of these people that feels insecure. So first of all, and my first tip on how to beat insecurity is to gain confidence in something. So perhaps you feel like you don't have many talents. Perhaps you feel like you're not very good at talking to people. Or perhaps you just feel very inferior in front of people. So if that's the case, then what I suggest that you do is start to become good at that. Start to get better at the things that you think you're very weak at. So if this is talking to people, or if it's going on stage and doing a talk, if it's just being insecure in front of certain people, then I suggest that you start researching that and start to get good at it. The only way that you're going to gain confidence in something is if you do it a lot, that you do it so much that it becomes easy and effortless. And the best way you can do that is through repetition and to keep on doing it. Or you might want to get very good at something that doesn't really have anything to do with being insecure in front of people or anything like that. Perhaps you just want to become good at, perhaps you want to get a really good body. Perhaps you want to feel more body confident. So that's something obviously that you can work on if you put in the time and the effort and you get the right nutritional information and the right exercise information. So if you need to do that, then I highly recommend that you go and reach out to someone who has probably like the same kind of body that you do, so like same height. And if you need to lose weight, then see if they've lost weight, and if they've kept it off, ask them advice on that. Perhaps you want to become really good at an instrument, or perhaps you want to become really good at writing or painting. And basically the reason why you want to become good at something, really like double down on something, is because if you become confident in one area and you feel secure in one area, because obviously the opposite of insecure is secure. So if you want to become truly confident and secure in something, so basically when you start doing that and start doing that process of getting better at something, and you become confident in it, most of the time that will spread into other areas as well. So if you become really, really good at guitar, you might naturally start feeling better in front of people. You might naturally start feeling more confident in front of other people, because skill does bring confidence. So another thing that you want to do is to put your attention on something else. So if there's a certain time of day, a certain person you feel insecure around, basically if there's like some external factor happening that is making you feel insecure, then what you need to do is you need to focus on something else. So let's say there's a girl that you like, and whenever you talk to her, you feel really insecure. So basically what's happening when you're feeling insecure is that you're too much in here, you're too much in your head. So in order to get out of your head, it's good for you to focus on something else. One of the examples that I think I've used in the past, I'm pretty sure I've used in the past, is when you're talking to someone that you like, instead of focusing on yourself and how you're coming across, just focus on them and focus on asking them questions about themselves. Just focus on the conversation that you're having instead of being in your head and focusing on yourself. Something that I do sometimes when I'm creating a video and I'm not quite sure what to say next and I'm feeling a bit, I guess you could say, insecure about it, what I put in my mind is, what information can I give? How can I help the person who could be on the other end watching this video? How can I bring more value to the other person? So as you see, I'm not focusing on myself and how I'm coming across in that moment. I'm more focused on what value I can bring to the person who may be watching. And that's a good thing to do if you feel really insecure about doing public speaking. Instead of focusing so much about how you look and the way that you're coming across, focus more on the presentation, the topic, the thing that you want to talk about, rather than your own nervousness. When you put your focus outside of yourself, you instantly become more secure. And the moment you become insecure, it's because you are not focusing on what's really important here. And that's a good question to ask yourself. What's really important here? So when you are feeling insecure, whether that's on a date, whether that's in front of your boss, whether it's when you're about to perform a task, just think to yourself, what's the most important thing? What really matters in this situation? And basically what will happen is your brain will come up with a few answers, because if you ask yourself a question, your mind will drop in an answer for you. So let's say your boss gives you a new task to do, and it's something that you've never done before. He or she shows you how to do it, and you're left there on your own, basically, not really quite understanding what you should do because you've never really done it before and you don't know how to do it properly. So, you ask yourself, what's really important here? Then probably the answer that will come into your head is something like, it's important that I get this done and I do it effectively. Now, if by doing it effectively, I need to go back to my boss and ask some more specific questions about this, then so be it. But if you know and you know what to do, but you're just worried that you're not going to do it well, then focus on doing it to the best of your ability. And that's what will probably pop into your head when you ask what's really important here. It'll probably be like, doing this to the best of your ability. And if you do something to the best of your ability anyway, you're going to feel more secure about it. If you're doing a shabby job, you're not really caring about the outcome, if you're not trying to bring value to whatever the situation is, you're going to feel insecure. You're going to be worried about it because you haven't put your best foot forward. So I highly recommend, if you're feeling very insecure in whatever environment, then you need to put your best foot forward and try your best. But don't try your best in such a way that you're in your head and you're second guessing everything that you do. Just do the best you can with what you have. If you are struggling with this still and you want some more help, then I highly recommend that you go and watch this video on self-image, because perhaps there is a few things that are going on in your life that you are not really addressing, and I go into a few of those things in that video. For example, one of those is personal hygiene. So if you're feeling really insecure and really inferior and you're not feeling good about yourself, but do you take care of yourself? Do you shower regularly? Do you take care of yourself? Do you exercise your body? Do you eat nice food? Do you eat nutritious food? Do you treat yourself as if you're someone of worth? So if you're interested, I highly recommend that you go and watch that video. If you have any tips yourself, then please leave them down in the comments so we can all help each other out. If you would like to get in touch with me personally and you need help with a specific situation, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com/shop. Please like this video, please subscribe, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye, guys.